I'm here with Randy Awrey, head coach of the Cougar football team. The Cougars are getting ready for their season finale this Saturday against Rockford College. First, let's look back for just a moment to the most recent game this past Saturday against Olivet College. Randy, a non-conference foe, and as you mentioned last week, really big team, good line on both sides of the ball, and yet your team battled them very well into the third quarter, and then things just got away a little bit.
Well, we were real proud of the effort that the Cougars had Saturday. They worked very hard. It's a long trip, almost a 4-hour trip. We had to do it in the morning and then play the game in the afternoon and hop back on the bus and come home. I thought our guys played very well. We came out and halftime it was a 14-0 game. We made one mistake on defense and otherwise we're playing toe-to-toe with them. Then we went into that third quarter and played very well at the beginning, but in the fourth, end of the third, beginning of the fourth, we let a couple of things happen and they scored, and once they got a good lead, then it was hard for us to get the ball back. They started pounding the ball and running it, and just made it impossible for us to get back into the game. But I thought our guys fought very well, and that's a football team that probably 3 years ago was just like us. Dominated by freshmen and sophomores, and now those guys have grown up into the program. They've established their traditions and they've got things going in the right direction. So that staff's been around there now 3-4 years, and they've really got it going and they got it in the right direction. So my hat's off to them, and I thought they played a very good football game.
All right, and Randy, as you mentioned there, that your team probably in a similar position to where Olivet was a few years ago. You certainly right now have some of your younger players, I guess you might say, working their way up through the ranks. Some of them have gotten a chance to move into starting positions over the last couple of weeks due to injuries and a few other factors. But it has to be great when you see some of these guys that maybe weren't sure if they were going to see the field too much during the season. They're getting out there now and they're giving it their best shot.
Well, they're working very, very hard, and we're very pleased with the effort that's going on out there. Obviously, we make young mistakes. We've got a lot of freshmen, like you say, and as we started the season, we had a few freshmen, and actually some of those have had some situations happen, like Tyson Birch, our starting strong safety, who had about 8 starting games of experience, is out with a concussion, so he's not going to be able to play Saturday. So we moved Brendan Williams, who's a sophomore, to our strong safety position, and Trevon Petty and Ramon Guerrero is our 2 corners, who are true freshmen. The lone guy back there with a lot of experience is Mike Bailey. He's the only senior and the only upperclassman on our whole defense. Then the front line is all sophomores and freshmen. Your outside linebackers, your inside backers. So, and I thought our defense has been playing very well this year. We've really done some nice things. And, of course, with defense, you've got to play every play perfect, because one mistake, is a 6-point play for them. So, but I thought overall the defense has played very well. They really get after the ball. On the offensive side, we've had a lot of injuries with the offensive line and a lot of changes, get guys coming in and out of there, which makes it very difficult, because if you don't have that group solidified and they work as a unit, very hard if you keep changing people in that unit. So that's been probably a big problem and a big headache for us all year long, is just the rotation of offensive linemen that we've had to have. And again, we're lining up with a lot of young guys on that offensive line. Futuristically, we're very excited about the future. That a lot of these guys are getting great game experience, and they'll get a little bigger and a little stronger next year and come back with a little more confidence. So we're looking forward to this Saturday to just finish it off on a great note. Try to go out there and again, give it our best shot. And what we really want to do is start some momentum going into the off season.
Your opponent this Saturday, Rockford University. The games in that series, the last 6-7 years, have tended toward the high-scoring affairs. Do you see that same type of team from Rockford this year, or have they changed a little bit since last year?
No, well, they've changed some players, obviously. Colleges always do because people graduate. But the biggest difference with them, I think, is the fact that they're going to be playing with a tremendous amount of emotion come Saturday. You know, we talked a little bit before we got on camera about the fact that their head coach is retiring, and he's been in the business a long time. So I think they're going to come to the game with a lot of emotion, and they're going to want to, you know, the old saying of win one for the Gipper type of thing. So they're going to give us their best shot, and they throw the ball fairly well. They run the ball very well. They got a good quarterback athletically. He's a young guy, but he can move around very well. So they're definitely going to be the type of team that can score a lot of points, and you know that falls into our strength right now is our defense. So we're hoping to be able to keep that point score down.
Randy, as you just mentioned, Rockford's coach Vic Wallace retiring after many years in the profession. We were talking off camera, and certainly you've been on the sidelines of for football many years yourself, and of course we feel so blessed to have you here the last 2 years. But just tell me, as you after this Saturday you start to look ahead towards next season. Just what is it like for somebody that has been in the coaching profession for many years, and just trying to maintain the love for the game, passion, zest, I guess, whatever word you want to use, but certainly to have that kind of passion and just going through each season, seeing the kids develop their games under your coaching. That I'm not a coach myself, so I can't. It's hard to imagine sometimes, but that has to be an incredibly rewarding thing for you.
Well, the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is the rewards are not Saturday afternoon game rewards. I mean, obviously that's what everybody sees in the paper or on the internet or whatever, but the real rewards are when a young man comes into your program and he develops himself, and you're helping to mold him into a person who's going to get a degree and carry on whatever it is that he does for his profession for the rest of his life, and you're hoping that he's learned a lot of great lessons that he can carry on in life, and these are the things that the pride, the determination, the effort, the commitment, all those things, those key words that people use about football, you carry on and you have those same kind of commitments and dedications to your family, to your church, to your job. So the real paycheck, you might call it, or the real rewards are 5, 10, 15, 20 years maybe later, when a young man who now is an older man comes back and tells you, thank you, coach, for what you've done. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for what you taught me. Those are the rewards that nobody ever sees. And you know what? Unfortunately, as a coach, you don't see them all either, because, I know Vic's over 30-some years of coaching. If you have 100 guys on a team, averaging out, he's somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 young men that he has impacted in his life. And that says a lot. And those people are going to go out and impact others. So one coach can make a big difference in the world. And it truly can. So it's a wonderful profession. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of time involved. The two things that I can say that I'm sure Vic does, like any coach who's been in the business, you coach football and you raise your family. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know if Vic can golf. I know I can't. But if he can golf, that might be something he'll start doing some more of. But, it really is a lifestyle, and it becomes part of your family. It becomes your whole life, because you put in a lot of hours and a lot of time. And I read my hat's off to Vic. I know him as a person. He's a great man, a great coach, and he's had a great career. And obviously we wish him all the best in his retirement.
All right, Randy. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon, and we wish you and the Cougars the best of luck this Saturday against Rockford, and let's hope for a good send-off into the off season.
Thanks, Jim.